Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful family of IP Resilience. This is me again, Ilona, and I am here with a one special person. But before we start, I just wish that you just had a great day last night. And if not, I know it's not easy to wake up so joyful, but today we hope that this time, this segment is gonna give you a little bit of hope, put you on the right course, put you in the right path, and rekindle your dreams back again, because you know that life is a gift that we have to protect, and you're already here, you're already smiling, you're already trying to watch that. So that's the gift already that you have. So congratulations, and it's so good to be on this planet. And behind me is a beautiful scene, like we're on the top of the world. Behind you is like beautiful nature. So it's a reminder that we are still in control, we are still alive, we're still breathing. So in front of me I have Christy Jones, and she's a holistic health and mindfulness coach, and she's also educator in schools, and she loves laughing and inspiring others to live with the joy. Hey Christy, how are you?
I am doing fabulous. How are you today?
People don't know you that actually that you really make people laugh, and you really do things. And the stuff that when I met you in Dallas, before we start doing the launch, and being on my show. So, you start, moving us, shaking us, you guys need to get up, you need to do this. And I see everybody, hotel lobby, and you were doing exercising, and you make people like, do the exercises, jumping. I even recorded you there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I can't believe it. She is who she is unapologetically, and I love it. So how are you doing with that today, Christy?
Just wonderful, and glad that we get some time together. When I met you, I just loved your energy as well. And we know that everything's energy and that we attract the same energy that we're in. And so
it was a beautiful time. And and you, of course, I'm gonna let you share with us what prompts you to go to this route, why you do what you do. But before that people don't know that you're also like a best-selling author. And I want to ask you about your book, because when you were sharing with me, I was so gravitating, because you were trying to put the main message into the storytelling. And this is the art, this is the gift, this is how we receive the information, through the story. So can you please, maybe if you have the book with you, just hold it for us, so we'll be able to
absolutely
see.
Let me give you a little sneak peek over here. Right there we go. Here is my first book. Right.
I like when you said your first book. Yes, which means more are coming.
Maybe one day I'll catch up to you.
You will, because I'm going to slow down, and after I reach my goal with being the 10 times best-selling author, I'm going to slow down so I can focus on something else. So right now, this is my focus. So you'll reach it, of course.
It's sure. Awesome. You set your goal and you're going for it, right?
I have to go for my goals. It's important. It motivates me. It fires me up not to slow down. It's important. So, Christy, I wanted to tell us again, or at least tell me again, but tell to the viewers about the story behind that. It's the name of it is Mr. Big.
Mr. Big, right? Mr. Big, love has a name. And so, this story is really a story of love. Right? It is a children's book, really probably for around 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade students. However, it's not really for children. It's for children, but it's also for adults. It's really for the child in all of us, that we all have that childlike spirit inside of us. And this book is about two main characters, right? Mr. Big is this man that is so grumpy and disconnected. He just does not like anybody. Very successful, but just has never created room in his life for people, for friends, for love. He doesn't believe in love. And, do we know anybody in life that, you just meet and they're just so unhappy, right? They're complaining about everything. Everything goes wrong. And so this story unfolds of this man who just has been living in this world of being unhappy and not connected to others and not thinking that he needs others. And he goes on vacation really for his own health, that he needed to get away and to take a break. And through the story unfolding, he meets this little girl who's 6 years old. and he just cannot stand her. She is just, he runs into her and she's spilling things on him, and he cannot get away from this little girl. But as the story unfolds, the two of them end up together, right, on an island, and this little girl becomes his mentor, that becomes his teacher, right? And then she teaches him what life is about. She teaches him how to connect to another human being, right? And the beauty of this is, how often do we get taught lessons in life by children? Children are our most powerful teachers. When we stop and listen, they have so much wisdom. And so it really is this story of being able to connect, with each other in an intimate way, of getting to discover that even with this huge age difference, right, that they are so connected, that who we are inside is love, right? It's really uncovering that who we are, we're not our life experiences. So often people are living trapped in their life experiences, thinking that they're their past, thinking that they're their traumas, and forgetting that who they are when they focus in this moment is this beautiful, right, life. And that we are connected through that life force.
Well, I'm just sitting back and I think like, keep it on, keep on, with the story. I'm just going to sit, and it's like a bedtime story, like you're like sharing, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, tell me more. Seriously. And this is just so cool. And like that's what I like, when I heard it from you, through this messages, through this like storytelling, how the main character of love, which is like in this girl, is speaking to the guy who's grumpy. Yeah, we have so many people out here, like working, putting their energy, into the work, and do not, produce any results. They are drained, they are bankrupt, they are so disconnected from the world, they're disappointed, and therefore their negative energy is being, like transformed to the others as well.
Right.
So people don't want to talk to them, associate with them, and that's why they're lonely. They also need love. People who are in corporate, who are grumpy people need more love than people who are out there, right?
And you're
they
right on track with that, right? And here's the thing is that, we're taught so often how to make a career, but we're not taught how to live. Right? So learning how to live, learning how to embrace the moment, these simple pleasures in life, feeling the sun shining on your skin, meeting somebody and having a laugh with them, just like we got to meet and just play and have fun together and be so silly, that we really want to learn how to enjoy life, that when we're able to connect the two, that we live with passion and love, and understand that we are energy. Right? That this life force that flows through us, this breath, right, is energy. And what I love about, I always go back to Einstein's work, that he talks about how energy is love, that the core of who we are is love, and that our energy is entangled, it's connected. We're not actually separate from each other. And really what this story is about is that interconnection, of how interconnected we all are. And when we get to be in a place where we can remember that. And I think that's what's needed more in this time than ever, especially in this time where people have felt more separate, right? And maybe a little bit more isolated, that remembering, even if you're on a screen from somebody, you're actually still connected energetically. And when we feel good inside, that energy flows from our heart, right? That our heart is our number one energy center, right? And when we focus on those feelings and we increase that feeling of feeling good, it flows from our heart around our body, through our body, and it connects us energetically no matter where we are. And so if we can remember that, right, when we wake up in each morning, when, as you were talking about, when we wake up and remember who we are, right, that we're this beautiful life force that's connected to everybody and everything. And we celebrate this day, we're actually increasing energy, not only in ourselves, but in everybody in the planet. And it just, it just makes me so happy. It makes me want to smile, that is our message. That's really the message in this book, is taking care of our own energy, realizing who we are, and bringing that gift out.
are such a delight meeting, I remember you and like made Michael, to jump around, doing these exercises, do this. And people out there like they're probably with their camera already, like YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to not be
I was
afraid to
thinking,
just be silly and be out there and move. Right. And you do this too, of just having fun in the moment. Right. All
I
we
know.
have is this
I was
moment.
sitting, relaxing out there, and like their guys are like recording you, Kristen. They're like, I don't care.
Maybe it made them laugh. Right. But all we
You
have is
did.
this
They were like,
moment.
who is that woman? Why is she, doing that, jumping around, all these kind of things. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Christy, let me sit, relax, and watch you.
Yeah. Yes.
It
And
was
so
so
my
good.
intention of this book is that it connects, that it speaks to the heart and soul of adults and children. And it brings conversations about connection, about how we really connect, and those embracing the moment and having fun in the moment and celebrating now and being here, right? That this is the moment that we have, and to fill it with love. And here's a powerful thing is that as we do that, we're training our brain and we're training our body to vibrate in that energy, right? One of our biggest lessons in life is training our brain, right? So often our brain wants to go to that what's wrong or what we should do. But when we start celebrating from that place of love, right, and being here, we're training our brain to be in that place of appreciation, to be in that place of gratitude, to be in that place of play that children teach us to do. Right? It doesn't matter what's going on. They're going to be like, let's play, right? Are you ready? Like, I want to go do this. And so this book is really a celebration of children and
I
their
love that celebration. We
uniqueness
have to
of,
celebrate every day, every life. Not
yes.
everybody is given this opportunity, and of course, COVID taught us to be more intentional with our health, with the loved ones, with the people that is around us. So we'll be more like gravitating towards that and putting our energy to make sure that celebrated with them, with the people that we love and people that we care after. So it's important. So message of love. I know people are usually like so sick and tired of listening to this word love, love, love. That there's so many songs are written about love. So there's nothing, even all of the poems, it's all about love, because love is such an essence. It's like foundation for everything that we do. We can love ourselves. We can love the, life. We can love the energy. We can love the people and the job that we do, career that we have. So it's all transitioned to this love, the energy that we put in, the outcome we get out. So,
Yes.
and that's why it's important through this message to the book. So when I heard that about your book, I was like, oh my gosh, let me hear about, let me know more.
Yes.
It's about the girl, about the grumpy guy, they're in, and she represents, the energy, the love that everybody needs, that even the grumpy people like the such a,
They need
Mr.
it
Big,
more,
he's strong.
right?
They need it more.
As
Yes.
you mentioned,
And
they just need it more.
yeah, and love may come with the size of the small, like this girl, but it can bring the beautiful results to all of us. And that's why, love has no shape, form, or size. It just
Right.
comes. So it
Yeah.
just comes, and all you have to do is just take it in as much as you need, as much
Yeah.
as you want, and everything else, just give it up to that. So, Christy, before we wrap it up, I always ask my guests to give some kind of powerful message to the people that is listening. Let's say you meet one person today who is like Mr. Big, grumpy, who is unsatisfied with the work, who doesn't know what they're doing, and translates the negative energy to others, that people don't want to be around them. So what would you tell to that person who is stuck in the world, in his work, and doesn't see anything that's happening around himself?
Oh, I love this question, because here's the thing, who we are, right? If we can get that we have these two parts of us, right? That who we truly are is this beautiful soul, right? This beautiful spirit, right? Which is love. That's our true essential nature. Most people are living from whatever's been happening in their life. I call it their stored data. They're living in their story, right? That's not who anybody is. Nobody is truly their story. Who we are when we step back, right? And we look at the tree, right? The tree is just this beautiful tree. That's us, right? Nature is reflecting back to us who we are. So my invitation to people is see everybody as their best version. See everybody as this sacred life force, as this sacred soul, right? As this beautiful human being, right? And no matter what they're saying, you don't fall for it. So you only speak to them as their highest version. So even if they're grumpy, you just let them know, like, do you know how much I like you? Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know how amazing you are? So we start seeing, because what we think about somebody, what we feel is our energy, right? So whatever we're feeling is the energy we're in. So what we feel about somebody, we are sending them that energy. And so we have this gift of not being stopped by what maybe they're having a hard time or they're in a challenge, but we get to see them breaking through that and speak to them in that way. If we do that with everybody, think how we're going to shift this world. We don't get trapped by what people's lower emotions. We get to hold that vision for them and send them love and remind them who they are. Right? And that would be my invitation, right? That we are unoffendable. No matter what somebody says, they can't even offend us because we know who we are. Being grounded in our truth, we get to open the door and invite people into that space as well.
Okay, you just gave me the new title of my book, Unoffendable.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't have enough to do. I love this name because I have a series of 3 books, Unapologetic, Unleashed and Unfiltered. And this is another one, Unoffendable. I like it because this is the message that you just shared with everybody, that no matter how people view us, it's not who we are. We need to stay rooted and be strong and confident in who we are. So no matter what other people say, no matter how our boss is mad at us and, say so many things, or people around us, mocking us or saying things, as long as we know who we are unapologetically, we stand before that, we can be unoffended. Yeah. So we don't have to be offended by everything.
And it really goes back to, can I add one more thing in there, is that the energy we're in is what we give out and what comes back. So our true self-belief about ourselves, right? And knowing who we are, right? And that we stand there and we're reflecting that to everybody, right? So that is the energy that we increase in the world. And so when we know that, nobody can say anything or do anything that would make us feel any other way. And that is what we get to create together, my friend, right? Is a world of people that are so grounded in knowing that they're just amazing, right? That they're just these beautiful people, fun, loving, joyful, peaceful, beings, that we get to open that door and remind people who they are with so much fun and so much love.
This is amazing. And I hope that, when people meet you, you will make them dance or do things that you made me to do in a hotel lobby while everybody else is watching. And you made Michael to do the same in the park, like right there in the big city of the Dallas, doing that. So right. I know you're not apologetic, you don't care who is watching you and stuff. And I love that. I love that in people who, when they know who they are, they just walk like they belong to this world. And look at this, I am a master, right? Here.
You're on top of the world, right?
On top of the world, right here on the top of the world. So yes, you need to know that your worth, your values, your standards, and stand behind that unapologetically, be unfiltered what you say, and just keep shining, Christy. I like what you're doing and how you're empowering people in the schools, what you say to them and how you influence them, and they just, the result that you bring, especially with the stick that you share with them, it's another story. We're going to have you another one where you can share what that does to the people, and so they will be practically see how energy translates and transforms and transparent and moves around from person to person. So it's very important. So even like small hug, can make a difference.
Right.
So
and
like
even when you hug, what is the energy you're in when you hug? Right? Everything is intentional. You are sending energy to another person when you hug them.
Yes.
Right? So make it good, right?
Yes, I know. Like make sure they're not, that's why like when people want to hug me, sometimes like they have bad energy,
right?
when I see the state. So, and when I know that they want to like give it to me, their joy, their love, their, their charisma. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to let them hug me when they do that. Despite of this stinking COVID, that put people aside. So yeah, I
We
have
need
people
each
who still
other,
want to,
right?
yes, we
We
absolutely need that. And I secretly hug people, not secretly, but, like I hug, when I have to, I'm like, this is my energy. I want to give it to you because and everybody said, every time, we talk to you, we feel so much better. I'm like, yeah, because I
yeah,
intend my energy goes to you, and now I have to
yes,
go back and take it back and just
yeah.
rekindle myself again with it. So it's all
We
that.
have
So
this
Christy,
ability, to give people energy gifts throughout the day, right?
yes,
Even just a hi or a compliment, right? Those are energy gifts. And then people are giving it back to us and being willing to receive. Sometimes people are not willing to receive, but it's a give and take of energy. We've got to make sure we're increasing that energy in our body and that we're giving that energy. It's this natural flow of giving and receiving, right?
that's awesome. Christy, thank you so much for being with us, energizing us today, letting us know and reminding us that, a love comes in different shapes and forms and sizes. So receive the love and share the love with others as well. So you'll be able to, gravitate this beautiful energy to those who really need that, especially this Mr. Big who is grumpy and, those who are lonely, who they need it most. So we want to thank you for taking your time being with us today. Until then, I want to wish my IP Resilience family and friends to stay tuned and stay happy and healthy. Until next, we will see you next time. It was Ilona from IP Resilience.